What um what made you become a JSL content creator? What's up, JSLs? And now you're in the part 2 of the 6th episode of Is It Bawal, the Jonax podcast. And I am still here with CJ. Okay,
Hello.
so for episode, we are gonna be talking about some pressing matters na laging sumusulpot ngayon sa social media. And I know this is a hot button topic, but it just needs to be discussed because I think some people are still kind of like not in the clear on how to respond to this situation. So, this is about yung, huwag na tayo lumayo, yung parang this is like the pressing matter sa current story ni Jonax, yung till the very end. Ito yung tinatawag na victim blaming. Ano nangyayari kay Chella. So, CJ, tell me, what is victim blaming to you and bakit siya parang nagiging rampant nowadays?
Siguro for me, yung victim blaming is yung what happened to Chella, di ba? Siya yung victim of a crime, which is yung paglalabas ng kanyang mga private photos na hindi naman dapat nakikita ng marami. Pero siya na yung ginawa ng masama, pero siya pa yung nasisisi.
Mm-hmm.
Diba? And then parang nasusod lang ako. Actually, itong story, itong topic na to, hindi na siya bago since meron na tayong mga slut shaming sa Rayra Avis, diba? Kasi pag hindi na yung isang babae, parang, nadidisappoint sila. And then, diba, may ganun tayo pag hindi na ganun yung babae, nadidisappoint sila. Then, ayun, yung about kay Sella naman, parang dahil yung hindi niya naman ginusto yung nangyari. Parang syempre wala siyang matakbuhan. She's really down. And that time, yung nagko-comfort sa kanya si Ken, yung trust niya kay Ken is sobrang ganito, guys. And then may pinagsamahan sila in the past. So, hindi natin kilala si Ken, pero for sure, sa character ni Shala, kilala niya na yun, di ba? And then, nung parang sinistand niya yun, against naman sa will niya yun, pero wala siya magawa. Meron nga doon ako, alam ko, binookmark ko yung part na yun na sinabi niya na, hindi mo naman to kailangan gustuhin eh, kailangan mo to. Parang ganun yung sinabi ni Sela, which, ang sad, kasi, may mga tao na ganun din, na hindi lahat ng tao is privileged, hindi lahat ng tao fortunate sa life. May mga taong kailangan nilang gawin yan kasi kailangan, hindi dahil gusto. Ginagawa nila yung dahil kailangan, hindi dahil gusto. For me lang, dapat hindi natin siya i-focus yung blame sa taong, alam mo yung naglabas lang naman yan. Kasi ano ba yung nudity? Di ba, meron naman tao na paid yung nudity, talagang yung mga artista talaga, ganyan.
Yes.
Anong pinagkaiba? Is it because yung artista, si Shella that time hindi pa, ganun? Parang, medyo lang, kasi kung isipin mo kung ang nudity naman kasi ng isang tao, hindi naman siya dapat malaswa. Nagiging malaswa lang siya pag alam mo yun, yung ibang tao na yung nag-iisip na malaswa siya. And then yung kay Shella, yes, yun yung intent nun. Pero yung intent niya is not to, yung ikalat talaga ng
wala talaga.
Yes. Is sadyang ikalat. Talagang victim lang din siya. Kaya parang nasad lang ako sa part na, bakit may mga nakikita lang ako na parang ang tanga-tanga ni Shella, bakit kasi ganyan kamalan dito. Parang, it sounds very mother ni Shella. Nasasaktan lang ako sa part na yun ate, di ba?
Oo. Yung situation kasi ni Shella, what I see is that time, it was an act of desperation. Yung gusto niyang kumita na kasi for her parents. Yun yung reason behind bakit niya sinend yung photos na yun kay Ken. Kasi in exchange of money. And I'm not saying na mabuti nangyari to, pero at least tumupad sa usapan si Ken na nagbigay talaga siya ng pera. Like, he kept his word. But still, deep down, I wouldn't be rooting na ginawa talaga ni Chalay in the first place. Na sana hindi na umabot sa point na she had to give those photos. Kasi, ang lungkot nga lang na dumating sa ganung point. Yun lang yung
Oo.
nakikita ko. It's sad na it had to get to that point para lang magkaroon ng finances, like source of finances si Chella. But unfortunately, it bit her back years later. Like hindi man right away, pero kumbaga parang nagkaroon ng consequence yung ginawa niya. And I know how it can be like such a sensitive topic kasi some people, syempre a lot of people would say talagang kasalanan ng perpetrator yon. Like yun nga, like some people would say na dapat huwag natin sisihin yung nabiktima kasi kasalanan yun nung nagkalat. And may mga nagsasabi nga, yung the other side of the spectrum, nasabihin nila, bakit kasi ginawa mo pa yung Chella in the first place? Edi wala namang kakalat kung wala ka namang shinare, di ba? Like, parang ganun yung pagkakaiba ng perspectives. And dahil nga syempre yung may yung pagiging progressive na in the year 2026, like some people, kaya nagkakaroon ng clash dito eh. Pero kasi, in my opinion, this is, I don't know how to say it, pero siguro parang it's not gonna be like a black and white answer lang. Parang
Yes.
there's like gray areas in this kind of situation. So kung ang context lang is about sa situation ni Chella, syempre talagang wag mong i-blame yung victim kasi she was in a very vulnerable state during that time when she did it. Kaya dapat hindi tinake advantage si Ken yon. Well, as far as I know, hindi pa naman napapatunayan, right, if he spread it or talaga. Parang allegation pa lang, di ba? So, yung sa context na yun, talagang it's a big no-no. But, like, remember sinabi ko sa ito sa DM, and this is just my view on a broader point of view. May mga situations na dapat tayo, especially for us women, we have to have like a foresight of certain things. Nalala mo yung sinabi ko sa yung example. Girl, kunyari, as a girl, ikaw, like, you already know, like, nowadays, it's unsafe, like, especially kung pupunta ka sa mga bar, or, you know, yung mga ganong places, na there will be, possibly, most likely, men who might take advantage of women na yung parang sobrang naglaseng. So, you have to have a foresight na dapat may possibility na ganun mangyari. Pero kapag yung, alam mo na pwedeng may ganun mangyari, tapos pupunta ka mag-isa, walang nakakaalam kung nasaan ka as a woman, tapos magiging blackout drunk ka, talagang you're putting yourself on that dangerous situation talaga.
Yes, you're scared.
Yun yung other side dito na masasabi ko na dapat yung alam mo nang beforehand dapat na pwedeng mangyari ito, kaya wag mo na ilagay yung sarili mo sa situation na yon. Kasi as a woman, as a mature thinking woman, hindi mo iisipin na gawin yun kasi nga you don't want that risk to happen to you. I know some people might not agree with me on this. Yun lang, pero ako kasi like alam mo yung para kang kumbaga sa pagmamaneho, you have to be a defensive driver. Kasi yun yung isa sa mga skills na dapat meron ka. Like, iwasan mo na yung parang possible na pwedeng mangyari while you're driving. Yung pag may nakikita kong kunyari na driver na medyo kaskasero, ganyan, like, iwasan mo na. Yung kung kaya mo namang iwasan, umiwas ka na. Like, yung nga sabi, diba, prevention is always better than cure. So, yun lang yung parang isang insight ko about this. Like, you know, like, if you are already a grown adult person, you have to have the foresight of what could be the risks of the things that you will do.
Yes.
Para alam mo, you can mitigate what your actions and you know what you have to do and what you do not. You should not be doing in the first place. So, yun lang yung masasabi ko. So, that's why yung going back sa victim blaming, like, it can have some gray areas. So, it depends. It's all about context din talaga. Pero
yes, it depends.
Pero it depends talaga. Pero definitely, sa point of view ni Chella, sa kanyang kwento, sa story niya, talagang wag mong i-blame tong victim because she was young. Like, remember, how old was she when that happened, right? She was very vulnerable. Yung parents niya ay, the family is in shambles and dahil nga sa pagkawala ni Adam. So, and Marcella, trying to be the good daughter, gumagawa lang siya ng solusyon para doon sa problema present. So, yun yung point of view ko dito. Like, it's okay if some people would disagree with me on this. Okay lang yan. This is the reason why we discuss this type of topics para magkaroon tayo ng discussion. But always keep it in a respectful manner, please. Like, huwag niyo akong atakihin dito, okay? Like,
Yes.
sinasabi ko lang yung point of view ko and hindi ako nangaapak ng ibang tao dito. So, yun yung, kumbaga, that's my point on that one. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Siguro, ang key takeaway ko here sa usapan natin ito, is siguro mag-learn tayo sa mistake ni Sela. 'Di ba? Kahit na hindi natin biniblame si Sela sa nangyari, pero mas okay na mag-ingat na lang din tayo kasi 'di ba, yung kay Ken na 'di ba, parang ang trustful ni Ken sa point of view niya, pero nangyari pa yun. What more sa mga hindi pa, 'di ba? Kaya parang be careful na lang sa mga girls kasi hindi ka maiingatan ng ibang tao. Ikaw ang mag-iingat sa sarili mo. Pero let's just avoid those, alam mo yun, yung mga, okay, nagkamali na sila. Wag na natin dikdikin pa ng sobra-sobra. Kasi hindi tayo nag-a-add sa healing nila kasi sobrang nakakahiya na yung nangyari sa kanila.
Exactly.
Ang hindi kasi hindi naman kasi may nangyayari talaga in real life na ganito.
Yes.
Diba? Kung meron man, wag na natin ikalat, wag na natin i-blame yung victim, wag na natin, alam mo yun, na idiktik pa sa utak nila na ang tanga-tanga mo kasi hindi guys, hindi kayo nakakatulong. At
huwag natin i-degrade. Huwag natin i-degrade yung tao.
Yes. Kasi hindi siya kilala in person. Malay mo, nagmahal lang talaga, napilit lang, na blackmail. We don't know about that person. Mas okay na, alam mo yun, maging smart enough tayo or emotional smart or intelligent tayo.
Exactly.
Sa ibang tao.
Exactly. Parang, ano ba yung, maging, tayo, like you said, yung EQ natin, like make sure na like emotionally in tune din tayo. Like, wag mo nang, don't add more insult to the injury, kumbaga. Yun yung quote dito. Kasi, we're all human. Yes, we have character flaws. And that's just part of our biology. Hindi tayo perfecto eh. And but the important thing is once the mistakes were done, we always learn from them and wag na natin uulitin. Yun naman dapat yung laging takeaway dito. And you know, as women, like hindi ba lagi tayong may mga movements dito, like we're supposed to be, you know, for the sisterhood, like we're supposed to be looking out for each other. Hindi ba dapat yung tayo din yung magdadamayan? Kasi puro tayo mga babae naman eh. So, like, yun yung isang parang, I would say, I'm not really keen with, or yung I'm not, what do you call this? I am not comfortable about yung when women drag other women down. Like I said, lagi akong bumabalik na it's always good to always have like a respectful discourse. Like kahit na hindi kayo mag-agree on a lot of things, pero wag naman yung to the point na yung maninira ka na ng puri na ibang tao. Yun lang yung
Yes.
Kasi you will see also on social media, madalas pa babae sa babae yung gumagawa ng ganyan. And that's the part that sucks, di ba? Like ano ba talaga? Like, are we supposed to be helping out each other here? Like, come on, like, what happened, di ba? Like, di ba, akala ko ba yan yung pinaglalaban ng feminist movement and all that stuff?
Yes. Women empowerment.
What is happening? Like, di ba? Ano nangyayari? Like, I thought we're gonna be empowering each other as women. Like, bakit may mga ganyang siraan babae sa babae? Like, it's not giving, you know, guys.
Siguro, i-share ko lang din ate, siguro one thing na nagpa-calm sa akin, makipag ano-anuhan sa iba is, okay lang na hindi siya mag-agree sa'yo. Katulad ng kanina, sa part 1, okay lang hindi siya mag-agree sa'yo. Hindi naman kailangan na mag-agree kayong dalawa. Maging maging respectful ka lang sa mga insights nila or views nila in life. Kasi magkaiba naman kayo ng environment, ng kinalakihan, magkaiba kayo ng opportunities in life, magkaiba kayo lahat-lahat. You are two different persons. So, dapat, alam mo yun, maging ka lang, respectful ka lang sa iba. Hindi lang sa kapwa mo babae, kahit sa kanino, maging respectful lang talaga.
Exactly, yeah. It's always coming down to respect naman talaga. Like, you should always provide that to every person that you meet. Excuse me. Kasi, how are we gonna have like a meaningful discussion? How are we gonna have insightful talks kung hindi tayo makakapagrespeto with each other? Yun lang naman yung point dito eh. So, alam mo yun, sana as we as the years go by, like, yung social media atmosphere, sana mas mag-improve pa dun sa ganitong point. Kasi nga, hanggang ngayon, like, I mean, how long na ba ang social media nag-exist, di ba? It's, mas talagang, di ba, nag-boom ang social media in the 2010s, right? Doon nag-start yung talagang very chronically online na yung mga tao. And then, yun nga talaga yung napapansin kong, like I said, yung para siyang chronic illness sa social media, yung talagang interactions ng tao online, yung kasi yung mga keyboard warriors, talagang kung ano lang yung masabi. I mean, I admit, siguro nagkaroon din ako ng parang face din na parang hindi ko rin masyado naisip maigi yung words na ipuput ko publicly. Pero I mean, as far as I know, wala din naman ako umabot sa point na talagang nanlait ako ng someone. Pero siguro, nagkaroon lang ako siguro back in the day, medyo mas bata ako. Yung parang nagkaroon lang ako ng medyo too spicy type of words na nagamit. Pero ngayon, syempre, as I became more mature, I'm older now, yes. 31 na kasi ako. I became wiser
Bata pa yan, ate.
And naging mas maingat na ako dun sa mga choice of words ko. Kasi syempre, iniisip ko din, ayokong umabot sa point na parang yung maka-offend pa ako ng someone. Like, it's okay to be truthful and to say what's on your mind. Pero yun nga lagi, we always go back sa thought na you always have to be respectful then when you're laying your thoughts out there. It's not, alam mo yung sinasabi na, just be yourself. Like, pag sinabing just be yourself, it doesn't mean that you have the right to be rude na. Like, you have to be
disrespectful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Like, it doesn't give you the right to be disrespectful. Pag sinabihan ka, just be true to yourself. Like, be yourself, but still be a good person. Yun naman yun. They can go hand in hand. Hindi sila mutually exclusive, guys. You know? Ayun. So, ano pang mga masasabi mo? Like, meron ka pa bang mga naging discourse about this sa TikTok? Like, ano pa yung mga naging experience mo about this topic? Like, in terms of like talking about it and sharing about it.
Siguro, ate, parang wala pa naman akong kasi mostly naman, I am so thankful kasi mostly naman ng mga JSL is, alam nila kung paano talagang ang dami nagtatanggol kay Shella or Sela, ang dami nagtatanggol sa kanya, and I'm thankful na gano'n. Kasi, ate kasi cello, di ba? Yung cello na, yun yung inaano, kaya sabi ko cello, lagi ko.
Cello ang pronunciation ko sa utak ko. Pero continue.
Sa akin. Pero anyway, parang grateful din ako kasi nakikita ko kung paano na-empower din ni ate, alam mo, nag-change si ate J yung mga views ng ating mga co-readers or mga co-JSL. And I am proud to be part of this community, di ba ate? Kasi ang dami talaga mga empowered women here and I'm happy.
I know. Yeah, like there are a lot of empowered women here, and a lot of them also empower other women in the community, which is a great thing. Kaya talagang no wonder, di ba, ang tibay nitong JSL community, like over the years, like andito pa rin siya. I mean, I know it's not perfect. I know it's not perfect. It has its flaws inside, pero as a whole, looking at it from a bird's eye view, it's a great community to be with. Kasi it's a community that accepts you, and yung talagang makakarelate. There's always gonna be someone in there na makakarelate ka, and someone na makakarelate sa'yo. So, alam mo yun, yun yung kagandahan when you belong to this type of community. Tapos, alam mo ba yung gusto ko lang i-share, di ba yung sa guest ko before this episode, sabi si Chrisette, I can see how she is so happy and thankful nga na nahanap niya yung mga JSL friends niya, and kahit iba-iba silang province, tapos yung sinabi niyang nag-meet up sila. Ang cute nga ng pagkakakwento niya sa akin. And also ako din, I'm very thankful din sa mga friends na na-meet ko dito sa JSL community. Okay, shoutout ko lang kayo. Hi, Zai and Ira. And I'm very, very thankful na alam mo yung andito pa rin kami hanggang ngayon. Actually, a little over a year na kami nagkakakilala. Actually, kasi
tagal na din.
Hindi ako masasawang paulit-ulitin sabihin to na si Sendo yung reason ba't kami naging close. Kasi yun I've always loved Sendo kahit nung underrated pa siya. Kasi napapansin ko dumataas na yung hype sa kanya, di ba? Mas napapansin na silang dalawa ni Nick kasi di ba nasa Nuevo tayo ngayon. Pero kahit noon pa, hindi pa siya ganun ka-hype, I've loved you, Sendo Guerrero, so much already.
Yes, alam ko yung reason kung bakit, ate. Ish ko na lang yun dito.
Wala naman siguro
Ano ba?
minor nakikinig. Wala naman siguro kung minor na listeners, di ba?
Huwag na lang natin sabihin natin kasi baka ang risky nun.
Pero, yeah. So, medyo na-segue na tayo, pero, oh my gosh, wala. Pag talaga si Sendo ang usapan,
Gusto pala sa police.
Ano ba, parang may quote ba yung basta police? Ano ba, matulis?
Matulis.
Hindi ko alam
Hindi,
yung quote.
ate. Hindi ganun.
Baka gawa-gawa ko lang yan. Basta may something
Hindi,
quote
meron
ako sa-
ganun. Basta police, matulis. Ay, naka ate. Ate. Kumalma ka dyan.
Okay. Oh! Oh my God! Well, anyway, so, ayun, going back lang do sa yung sensitive topic na yun. Like I said, there's gray areas about it, and basta if you guys, anyone, if you're listening, kung ano man yung masasabi niyo dito, you can always comment down kung ano yung thoughts niyo about it. It's okay kung agree tayo or kung hindi man. Okay lang. We, like I said, basta maging respectful lang kayo sa mga comments niyo. Huwag niyo kami awayan, please, okay? Hindi kami naghahanap ng away dito. Gusto lang namin ng respectful discourse. Like, just a discussion. Mag-usap-usap lang tayo. And dahil nga, madaldal kami pareho, we love to talk to people, okay? mapa sa digital world man or in person, we love talking to people. Well, ako, more on digital muna kasi hindi ko pa kayo nami-meet in person. Pero I love doing this. Tsaka, it's just good to meet different people, like kahit different perspectives tayo, and we can still be united and, just come along together and have fun. Like, yun naman talaga yung point natin being in this community in the first place, like,
I agree.
as much as possible, like, happy vibes lang tayo. Like, life is already stressful enough, guys. Huwag na natin dagdagan yung stress, please.
Yes, super please. Parang alam mo yun, sobrang ang harsh na ng life. Huwag na tayo maging harsh sa isa't isa.
I know.
Maging lang tayo. Maging masaya na lang tayo.
I know. Nakaka-stress na parehas yung mga gobyerno natin. Huwag na tayo dumagdag pa sa stress natin.
Yes, ate, please, pa-shoutout niya. Pa-shoutout sa ating mga corrupt na na trapo dyan. Charot. Bigyan niyo naman kami ng masayang buhay, di ba?
I know. Like, ano yun nga, lagi ko na napapansin, and sasabihin ko ulit to na the JSL community is a safe space for a lot of the JSLs, the readers, diba? So, and as you can see, dumadagdag pa yung numbers ng mga members dito. So, we always want to show na we are a welcoming community, we're a welcoming space para maengganyo naman yung mga tao na pumasok, diba? Like, we want to have more people na ma-feel like they belong here, diba? Like, hindi natin we're not gatekeeping this community. It's open for everyone. Like, we have to always show that approachable vibe to them, that approachable look na pag pumasok sila sa community natin, they're gonna feel like they are in the right place, like they made the right choice, diba? Yan lang naman.
I'm happy, ate. For sa sa podcast na to. And sa lahat ng na-discuss natin. And alam mo yun, kahit pa paano, nalabas ko yung frustration ko this past few weeks. Kasi I feel like parang ang risky niya i-topic. Pero parang nung pinag-usapan natin siya, ay, hindi pala. Kasi, ayun nga, kasi tayong dalawa, parang may discussion tayo, then we respect each other's, parang take sa na yun. Kaya, ang saya niya pala pag-usapan.
Yeah, we can have different opinions, thoughts, or insights, but we can still be friends. Yun lang naman yun eh. Okay lang yun. Kasi at the end of the day, ang importante dito is we had a good discussion and hindi tayo nanira ng ibang tao. Yun naman yung importante dito eh. Wala tayong paninilang puri na ginagawa. Kasi, that's how a decent human being acts. You always treat people with respect no matter what. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that wraps up the episode 6 part 2 of this podcast, and thank you so much guys sa pakikinig. Sana na-enjoy nyo tong discussion na to, and sana nakitawa din kayo with us kasi ang hiling namin tumawa din, di ba? And then Post ko dito yung social media sites namin. So, follow us in here. And then, I will catch you guys on my next episode. And thank you so much talaga, CJ, for being
Thank
here.
you.
It's an honor and my pleasure to have you here. And I
Thank
hope
you for inviting me, ate.
Oh, thank you so much, and you're welcome. It's been a great pleasure. Okay, guys, I will see you on the next episode, and comment down lagi on your thoughts. Okay, bye.